Hi, I'm Lacey Horn with A Renewed Mind. I once heard a story about a 14 and 15-year-old girl. They were walking to Wendy's and a man they thought they knew forced them into prostitution. I can relate because I'm 16. Her story inspired me to start doing research on human trafficking. Human trafficking is the second largest and fastest growing criminal industry in the world. I was lucky enough to attend the 10th Annual International Human Trafficking Conference held at the University of Toledo.
When I started in 1993, it was me and my car and doing street outreach. And then we started doing support groups and then case management, going to court with women, talking to child protection on the behalf of women.
We're making you say the word because then you understand the importance.
The conference sort of came about because we were sitting around trying to figure out, how can we learn from other people and they can learn from us. That's called something. Oh, that's called a conference. So we need to host a national human trafficking conference. And that's how we started. We really didn't ask for permission. We didn't wait for legitimacy. We just did that. And at the end of the conference, people say, you got to do this next year. So we thought, okay, we'll do it again, one more time. And then the second year, people say, oh, you got to do it again. And so it's just keeps snowballing. People love the conference, and so, now it's been 10 years.
Many people think that slavery is a thing of the past, but in actuality, there are new forms of slavery, and these forms are the forms that we call it human trafficking, but it's really people who are being moved sometimes vast distances, sometimes just around the corner, to do somebody else's bidding for somebody else's gain.
We have a history of being a hub for the recruitment of kids into the sex trade. We're not going to keep our family secret, and so we're going to scream it at the rooftops until something is done, and we have good responses because of that. People talk about Toledo being unique in this. Toledo is not unique. It's happening in Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, Youngstown, Chicago, and all across the United States. We're being recognized because we're responding. When other cities respond, they will also start to see that they have a deeper problem than they originally thought. Having the conference here is very selfish. It's our opportunity to get our local people educated by scholars and activists all across the country that come here once a year and now around the world.
The reason I think this conference is so important is because we've passed a law, the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, and we've spent a lot of money in the U.S. government on stopping trafficking, but we haven't had the information, the research, the knowledge base that tells us what's really going on the streets, particularly in sex trafficking and labor trafficking, so that we can design good programs. And so a conference like this that brings together researchers who are sharing information on a particular aspect of sex trafficking is really important.
I think the awareness is key, and they have a diverse amount of topics, so they're able to cover a lot of different things and really create awareness and just more attention to the problem.
This conference is especially important. I've come probably for the last 5 years, and it's really good because it has an international focus as well as domestic focus. They have people that have been doing research on it and come and report their findings, and it really opens up the scope of human trafficking and prostitution to everybody. The other thing that makes it interesting is she allows people that are sex workers to come to this conference who believe what they are doing is a free choice. And so it's interesting for those of us in this fight to get their perspective on it and learn from them too. My name is Theresa Flores. I'm a human trafficking survivor of domestic minor sex trafficking. I am an author of 3 books and an activist with an organization I started called SOAP, Save Our Adolescents from Prostitution. So SOAP is a program where we rescue girls from being trafficked during high sporting events. That could be the Super Bowl, it could be the World Cup, it could be the PGA tournament, a NASCAR race, a big concert. Anytime we know that men are bringing in girls to traffic them is where we go. We get volunteers together to label bars of soap, so it gives people something to do about the issue. And then we take them out to these motels where we educate the motel staff on what are the signs. If a girl came through your front desk or you're cleaning a room that had some suspected things in it, how would you know? And then we give them free these bars of soap with the 1-800 number so she can call to get out. People assume that this is happening overseas or inner city minorities, and they're really missing a big piece of the puzzle, is that it can happen to anybody, any color, any neighborhood.
My name is Sarita Sagknes, and I'm author of this book, Just a Daughter. So this book is about me, like an unwanted daughter. My parents didn't want me. They exchanged me for the boy. So how life was for me as unwanted daughter. I didn't have any family, no love. So I also faced the incest because I was staying with this family who adopted their son to my parents. So I always say that even this book is about me. This is not a unique story. It's about millions of girls, children suffering with incest, with violence and relationship violence, and also the trafficking. I feel that this is the problem. It's not for the US problem or Indian problem or Scandinavian problem. It's a global problem for the whole world. So what we need to do, that we need to talk about it. It's taboo. People don't talk about it, and it's a big, huge problem. So I feel that I now have the strength to talk about my story, to spread to the world that don't close your eyes, don't close your ear. Please listen to the girls. There are so many children suffering.
I did know a little bit about it, but it's like giving me more detail because I didn't know like how bad it was in the U.S. Like I didn't know it was that bad, and like in Toledo, how it's like #1. I was kind of shocked about that.
I think it's important for people to learn it at this young of an age because this is generally the age when people would want to run away from home, and a lot of people would be trafficked after they've run away because they don't have their parents to help them or anything.
It's giving us a lot of background information that we didn't get to learn about in school, and it's very I guess shocking because not a lot of people know about it, and kind of heartbreaking too because they don't know enough about it to bring awareness.
It really allows a chance for younger people to be educated on this very serious issue. They can inform their friends, and they can do more to inform people, keep people out of danger. 50% of people who are trafficked are under the age of 18, so it's really important that we educate young people on this issue.
I think my friends, they know what it is, but they don't take it seriously. Like in today's society, a pimp is cool, you know? But they don't know what a pimp is or what they do or how horrible. So I think that I should let my friends know that this is not something to be joking about and that it's serious stuff.
I feel like it does affect people our age and stuff, and we should be getting involved, and especially we should become more aware and then teach those around us about it.
I really just want to inform all of my friends about this. I plan to run a simulation in my Model United Nations club all about human trafficking and sort of force the people in my school to research the issue, see how bad it really is.
And I think, again, it's just all about, spreading the word and getting people informed and getting the right information out for people to be educated on it.
Yeah, because the more people that know about it, the more people that can stay away from it.
The local fight against human trafficking has made tremendous progress since the first conference was held 10 years ago, making our city a leader in the fight against human trafficking.